Welcome everyone. In this video, I'll be sharing what CAC business registration is all about and its importance. We'll be looking at what CAC registration is, the benefits of CAC registration, the forms of business structures, business names, limited liability companies, the difference between a business name and a limited liability company, and tips on choosing a business name if you want to register your business. What is CAC registration? CAC registration is simply the means which is required by law to make your business legally recognized and protected. The law expects that you register your business within 28 days of commencing such business with the Corporate Affairs Commission. The Corporate Affairs Commission is the body charged with business registrations in Nigeria and ensuring compliance of various businesses. A business name simply is a legal name under which a business operates, is the identity by which customers can recognize and interact with the business. There are so many benefits of CAC business registration, and some of them include: firstly, it makes your business legally recognized and protected. It helps to establish your brand identity. It gives you ownership rights, and it protects your business name from being used by others. It gives your business credibility and a professional image, and it helps to build trust with customers and investors. CAC registration enables you open a corporate bank account for your business, helps you obtain necessary licenses and permits for your business in various industries. You can apply for and be granted a business visa using your CAC certificate. It gives you access to business loans and grants. You have access to funding, partnerships, and government contracts, and it gives you opportunities for growth and expansion. There are various forms of business structures available to a business owner who wants to register their business with CAC. The first one is a business name, also known as an enterprise or a venture. You also have the limited liability company, you have partnerships, you have non-profit organizations. We'll be considering, for the purpose of this presentation, a business name and a limited liability company. What is a business name, also known as an enterprise or a venture? It is mostly a sole proprietorship. It is a one-man business which is suitable for small businesses. In this kind of business, the owner handles all the obligations, handles the risk alone in the business. It is cost-effective and it is the most affordable type of business to register. However, it does not provide protection in the sense that the owner bears the risk alone. You cannot distinguish between the owner of the business and the business. The law sees them as just one person. The business and personal assets are tied together, and it lacks continuity. The business dies with the owner. It cannot be inherited. A limited liability company has certain features. It has corporate personality. Upon registration of a business as a company, the company is viewed in the eyes of the law as an artificial person and is separate from its owners. It enjoys brand protection and exclusivity. Exclusivity in terms of its business name. So once a business is registered as a company, the law restricts other persons from registering that same name or even a variant of a name. This is what distinguishes a company from a business name registration. For a business name registration, even if you have registered that name, someone else can, maybe with a little tweaking here and there, still re-register that name again. But for a company, once a company registers its name, the law protects that name. A company has limited liability. It can enter into contracts in its own name, buy properties in its own name. And a company also enjoys continuity. It survives the death or incapacitation of its owners. It can be inherited. A company also enjoys better funding opportunities. For most grants or loans given out by institutions, there is mostly a requirement that such business be registered as a limited liability company. And a company also gives you edge over your competitors. It also gives a more credible and professional. We'll be looking at the difference between a business name and a limited liability company. When a business is registered as a business name, the law does not see it as a legal person. So it does not take the form of a human being, so to say. So you cannot use that business name to enter into any contract. It cannot be used to purchase properties. It cannot also be inherited by successors. However, when a business is registered as a company, the law views it as an artificial person and it enjoys separate legal personality, different from its owners. So it can be used to enter into contracts, it can be used to buy properties, and the business can own properties in its own name. The business also can be inherited by successors. For a business name, the business assets and the personal assets of the business are tied together. The owner of the business assets and the business itself, there's no separation. The assets are viewed under the eyes of the law as one. While for a company, the personal assets of the owners are separate from the business assets of the company. In a business name registration, there is no continuity. Where the owner dies or is incapacitated, the business ends. But for a company registration, in the event of death or the incapacitation of the owners, the business continues. The business can be inherited. For a business name registration, the law limits the number of businesses you can engage in, while for a company registration, the law allows you to engage in so many businesses. A company registration gives an edge over competitors and gives more access to funding opportunities. Quick tips for choosing a business name. Choose a name that reinforces key elements and showcases your brand identity. So you have to choose a name that when it is seen, someone can tell what the business is into. Also, think long term and give room for expansion. Don't be limiting in your choice of a business name. Choose a name that can give you room to add other business in the future or gives you the room to upgrade. Also, before you register your business name, do a public search on the CAC portal to make sure your name is not taken. Also, you have to choose a business structure that gives you more exclusivity with your business name. Avoid already existing or similar names, or those names will be denied by the CAC. Also, avoid names that are prohibited by the CAC, such as names with Chamber of Commerce and the likes of it. Also, avoid restricted names. You can't register a business name with the word federal, national, or regional and the likes of it. In registering your business name or in choosing your business name, be creative. Thank you for listening to the end of this video. If you're in need of pre-incorporation services, which include business registration and the likes of it, you can reach out to Soneva Consult, a CAC accredited agency that handles business registration. Also, if you're in need of post-incorporation services for your business, such as compliance issues, filing of annual returns, and changing items in your CAC profile, you can also reach out to Soneva Consult. You can call or WhatsApp the number on the screen. Thank you and have a great day.